Cause for celebration. Big NXT show. Hey, everybody. Welcome to We Like Wrestling Podcast. I'm Jared. I'm here with Justin.
Hey.
John.
Hey, everybody.
Loaded NXT card this week. Loaded.
I love how we're watching NXT and AEW and not giving a fuck about Raw, though. No, we're skipping Raw completely. Well, SmackDown's going to have Roman, but we don't record that day, so that'll be next week.
But, like...
We are going to have Roman, though, this week. So
Raw...
And Jimmy... This is going to get hard now that I can't just say the Usos. Jimmy and Solo lost.
Yes.
So...
Jay's on Raw,
Yeah.
Jay...
Have you been watching any of your Impact that you're recording?
I did. I don't want to talk about it.
Oh.
It was bad. The week that I watched was really bad.
Ooh. Like bad wrestling or just bad stories? Nobody you care about?
I gotta say, like the whatever they're doing with Crazy Steve and Tommy Dreamer, like Tommy Dreamer, just drop the belt and leave. I love you. You
he has
did
a belt?
lot. Yeah.
What the hell? Championship
digital media.
Digital media.
Yeah. It's
it
their
was
version
title
of a
versus
TV.
Career.
It actually. I will say that about. I'm just gonna call it TNA. I gotta think too much about calling Impact. They calling a title that used to be, there used to be TV titles. Now calling it a digital media because we're in a digital media era. That's really fucking cool. I really like that. They're the first ones to do it from what I know, and I really like it.
I don't think of Tommy Dreamer when I think of social media.
Boy, not social media. It's digital media.
I still don't think of Tommy Dreamer.
It's not saying social media. It's meaning that instead of us, which it is on TV, but instead of being the television champion or the king of television, as Samoa Joe would say, it's the digital media champion because everything's done digitally now.
YouTube, streaming. Yeah. Cable is kind of going away.
So who's their world champ over there?
Don't know. That was not on the show.
Oh, so it's like Roman. He's not on. Just
whoever it is. Is it Josh Alexander?
Is it Josh again?
I don't know. It wasn't on the show. I watched one. Okay, so that really took me out of it though. It went too long, and Dreamer just was rambling about all this shit about when Crazy Steve was starting out and you were so poor and making no money and TNA was paying for my hotel rooms. I would let you sleep on my floor because I'm such a good guy. Shut the fuck up.
And Dreamer's the face?
Yeah.
That sounds kind of heelish.
And then he legitimately stabbed him in the back. He took a fork and stabbed him in the lower back, which I assume there was probably a piece of styrofoam there. But it's still kind of cool, but very hokey. I was expecting more. It was not a good night. So hopefully this week is better.
Ooh, that was the main?
No, it's the only thing I fucking remember.
For all the wrong reasons.
Impact has been better.
Yeah, it must be one of those things where 2 out of 5 shows are good.
Or maybe they just didn't want to load
one a month.
They saw that NXT and AEW were having big shows and they didn't want to.
That was last week though. This is last Thursday. We're talking about.
They run
week.
by themselves on Thursdays.
Yeah, no, MLW.
Oh.
Yeah. What else is on Thursdays? Nothing, huh?
No AEW, no WWE, though.
Might as well.
I think MLW might be on Thursday. Maybe they're Friday. I'm not sure.
Maybe you should start recording that. That might be better.
That is on YouTube.
Oh, they're not on TV. Okay.
I don't know if they're on TV, but I subscribe to their YouTube channel.
Watch a whole show.
I don't. Yeah, I know. I never watch their whole thing. I do watch a lot of their clips. Actually, there is a lot of stuff, and I don't know anybody really by name.
TJ used to work there a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot of guys that come and go there.
Well, I know that guy that we saw in Maryland that I'd never heard of, but I liked him. He works for Impact, right? That Mike Bailey, that speedball Mike.
He works. He does. Yeah.
Is he still there, or was that?
Wait. So before Maryland, you didn't know who Speedball was?
Oh, I never heard of him.
Oh boy, he's like a Mortal Kombat video game come to life.
But I liked him. He was good.
He does. He does a lot with.
Yeah, I like.
He's like what Glacier should have been. He's like an at 100 Glacier.
He's one of the reasons why Pilgaroo does the fightertainment.
Yeah, we won't talk about that.
It's entertainment.
It's underground.
But yeah, Speedball's great.
Yeah, I liked him. Yeah. Not enough to make me watch Impact, but I mean, I liked him.
He's not on every week. So that's the other thing I'm kind of gathering is that it's not every week. Nothing's every week.
I think it's kind of like Lucha Underground was, though, where it's seasons.
Oh, Oh, well, speaking of seasons, the season premiere of SmackDown is this week. I don't know. I don't get the whole seasons with wrestling, especially a weekly television.
it never ends.
Lucha Underground did it right.
Yeah, they actually took a break.
It was like a TV soap opera.
And like
type
a reset.
But with Raw, SmackDown, NXT,
It's a continuation.
They don't
literally
stop
the
running.
day after WrestleMania,
Like-
you have a show.
yeah.
They don't like take the summer off like other shows do and show reruns. They run.
Could you imagine if they did though? That'd be fucking terrible.
I can imagine them cutting people out who weren't there anymore.
Yeah.
Editing out people.
So we had a loaded NXT card,
Tuesday
loaded
night fight.
AEW Title Tuesday, Dynamite, Rampage, whatever you want to call it.
And one of them started at 7:57.
No, did it?
No, I'm asking.
No.
As a reference to
You
the
said,
Monday Night
you
Wars.
said I gave you like
I
Monday
did.
Night
Just hit
Wars
one of them
vibes.
started-
I did because
Go to commercial before the
I
other one.
was, I was switching back and forth a lot.
But AEW did the right thing.
Constantly. Yes.
Got you
so
hooked right away.
exactly what I thought was going to happen happened. NXT, being a WWE show, opened with a bunch of gaga and bullshit.
Cody opened, right?
Promos.
Cody opened with the big announcement.
Three announcements.
I was going to say, it wasn't like really anything.
So
It was nothing that anybody thought.
what?
So you could have missed it.
What was the?
Yes, it was not the Dusty Classic. It was not Jade, and it was. I mean, those were the two things everybody thought.
No, Cody did announce the Dusty tournament.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he just announced the Bada Bing Battle Royal.
No, he announced
team.
he announced that Dusty tournament will be back.
Oh, but he didn't. It's not like starting.
He like announced the teams
Just
are in
that
it.
it will be.
It's yeah.
Well,
yeah.
of course it will.
I mean, and we all figured that's what it would be when we saw Cody has an announcement.
Yeah.
He announced that the Dusty tournament will be back, and then everybody was chanting Dusty, Dusty. Yeah.
No, they were chanting Dusty fucking
Yeah.
before that. So first thing, I'll cover the NXT side. I did watch actually. I don't know. I think I watched more NXT just because I eventually landed on NXT and just stopped. At the end of the Dragunov match, then that terrible. We'll talk about it. But so to start though, I definitely started AEW heavy. But when NXT first came on, it just shows the crowd and the logo, and it was a new color scheme, and I was like, oh, ooh, new colors. And then I was like, oh, nope, Cody's starting. Because it was USA colors. It was. I shouldn't say that because everybody's got the fucking same colors. It was red, white, and blue. And I was like, oh, new colors. And then I realized, no, Cody's opening, and that's why it's red, white, and blue.
Another announcement that he had was he was the special guest GM.
Making matches for not just tonight, though.
Yeah.
It's fucking stupid. I'm the GM tonight, but I can make matches for the future, apparently.
There's a triple threat.
Yeah, next week is going to be a triple. Well, that was
No.
announced later.
So yeah, was it the winner of Braun and Mello?
So
and
next
then a
week-
triple threat. Okay.
But this came from after that, so we shouldn't really talk about that yet. His announcement really was the Bada Bing Battle Royal.
I didn't see that part.
It's a tag team Battle Royal next week. I think it's next week. And then the winners face the champions, the tag champions at Halloween Havoc.
Okay.
Also, Shotzi and Scarlett are going to be hosting.
They already do.
Not Scarlett.
So Shotzi and Scarlett have a show on YouTube.
Oh. Well, they're going to be hosting.
So they've released Carrion and kept Scarlet.
No, they
No,
didn't release
They
Carrion.
didn't release Carrion.
I thought he was part of those releases.
No.
Oh.
No,
No, he just hasn't been on fucking TV.
they don't know how to use
He
him.
is probably the most wasted talent there.
I don't know what it is with WWE fans. They just don't get it about him. He's great.
Yeah.
Go back to Impact.
Yeah. It would be great to see him go to Impact or New Japan World.
Yeah.
The USA version. Fuck it. You know?
So yeah, Shotzi and Scarlett have a
Bullet
show.
Club, baby. That would be awesome.
Have a show on YouTube where they go to haunted places and go
Okay,
talk-
that I didn't know. But yeah.
A WWE show or their own?
It's on WWE's
It's on
YouTube.
WWE YouTube, I guess. But it's they're going to be hosting Halloween Havoc. And Shotzi, I know a while ago she shaved her head because her sister, I think, had cancer. So now she's doing like the little tiny spikes, like a bunch of little spikes. She looks
Crazy?
really cool.
Okay.
Huh?
Like a crazy,
Yeah, it's pretty cool looking.
like that baby doll from Toy
I
Story.
didn't know.
Yes,
it was.
exactly. Yes, that's what it was. It's Baby Doll from Toy Story. Yes, exactly.
I seen my son had it on. I got out of the shower and I poked my head and I'm like, "Who's that?"
Yeah.
And he's like, that's Shotzi. I'm
I
like,
saw it, and then I was like, oh, she cut her hair, and then I was like, oh, that's right, she cut it for her sister's cancer, and then
yeah. I
now it's
remember
starting
hearing
to
that,
grow-
but I was like, so it's not even green at all anymore. It's not even.
no, it's starting to grow back though. So
And I was like, oh, I didn't recognize her. Like, if she'd have been bald, I probably would have figured it out. But
NXT opened with Cody just making announcements and having Dom come out with Mommy and Ilya. What's his name?
Ilya. Yeah.
I can never
Dragunov?
fucking say
Dragunov.
it. It's like the sound together doesn't make sense to me, so I can't say his.
it looks
name.
like Ilja.
Yeah,
It's Ilya. Yeah.
looks great in a suit until he's next to Cody.
Yeah.
Then it's like, oh,
So funny,
we got a long way to
actually.
come.
James Ellsworth posted on Instagram. I guess people were tagging Ellsworth in that picture with Ilya next to Cody, and he said, "People, that is not me next to Cody. Stop tagging me."
It makes
Because
it
the
makes
one
him look-
angle, I guess,
it makes
Ilya's
Dragunov
face-
look very small next to Cody in a suit. The other announcement was that LA Knight was going to be the special guest referee for Ilya versus Dom. That was the other announcement. Is that Ilya? Was
Major
gonna be-
announcement. Major
Yeah.
announcement. Yeah.
Was going to wrestle Dom.
Like AEW.
Well, they brought out all the stars.
yeah.
But
LA Knight is over.
like Justin said, I don't know if it was last week.
He was
or
already
somewhere else.
carpooling with John Cena, so he just drove in the Civic, which John Cena shamelessly plugs driving in with a Honda.
He's the
Honda,
spokesperson.
yeah, he does the Honda commercials.
Oh.
yeah.
I don't know if Justin mentioned it on last week's episode or outside of that, but he mentioned that maybe NXT wasn't loaded for Edge or Adam Copeland, but maybe to get
No, I think
network.
we talked about this off air, but it's definitely. I don't think they're loaded for that. I get that they're both running Tuesday.
I don't think they would get that loaded.
but
Just
I don't
because
think
of
it's
that.
going to be once and done. Hopefully, I don't know, but it's going to be because they're shopping new deals for TV.
NXT on Tuesday drew probably the highest it's ever drawn with TV audience at 900,000. AEW was 600,000.
Now, I have a question about that, and I know you don't know, but I just want to put this question out there. Do you think my viewing counts? I don't view on a traditional cable box. I view through an app.
I think they do demographic. So that
But it doesn't know. How does it know my demographic?
Yeah, I don't know.
When I'm viewing through an app that technically has 4 different accounts, 2 of which are children, and 2 of which are one's a female adult and one's a male adult. So how does it know which one? Like, you know what I mean? So how does it know my demographic? The demographic in general.
Like-
so does my view actually even count?
Back when-
and that makes you then think: are these views? Are they even like legit?
Back
Saying
when
it's
cable
90,000 or what'd you say 900,000?
900,000.
So like,
Is that even right?
like presidential votes? Are they legit?
Like back when cable was a thing, I can understand that
That's
because
different. Everybody's using the same box and clicking into it. But
You can
now,
see who's on
I
what
don't have
channel.
a cable
Yeah.
box. I have an app that I subscribe to through cable. Like I have a router. I don't have a cable box.
I don't think the numbers matter anyway. I don't care.
I don't think so. Well, it does matter in the sense of getting a new TV deal.
Right. So if NXT and Raw are going away from USA, which why not load Raw? But yeah, whatever. Maybe because
Raw's
Yeah.
already established.
Yeah, they've been there
What
for
they
30
need to
years.
do is anybody that wants to buy this wrestling product is going to want Raw.
Yeah.
Here's the thing: you've got to shop NXT also, and they might not want NXT.
Yeah.
So we need to make it a little more lucrative. That if you get Raw, you also get NXT, and look at what NXT is becoming.
And to be honest, I think NXT did better when it was just on the network. Or just on
Oh,
Peacock.
100%. But that's just because we were indie marks.
Not only that, but before they transitioned to USA when they were still 2.0, I feel like it did a lot better on Peacock.
Yeah.
Because, like, like I said, cable is kind of just.
It wasn't on Peacock. It was on the network. NXT was never just
But
on
remember
Peacock.
when they did 1 hour?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I think it did better on Peacock.
Maybe.
But they loaded it.
I just don't. I know we're gonna. I know.
Let's say
I'm
they're-
indie heavy, and I'm gonna
Yeah.
say that I miss the days of Joe and Adam Cole and
Alistair.
yeah, and Gargano as a main eventer.
Chopper. Drew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Ricochet, Keith Lee. That
but-
was my era.
If you're, let's say you're TBS, right? Time Warner, whatever. You know they have AEW. Hey, we're sort of competition, but this is what you could get. We've had Undertaker, we've had Cena on. These are our numbers.
Any exec could take one look at that and go, "Well, you only had him on one time."
Yeah. So with Undertaker, Cena, with
But we
Cody,
didn't. Hey, Undertaker wasn't on. We didn't talk about that yet. We're still at the opening.
he was announced.
He wasn't announced.
Okay.
There was a gong at the end of a commercial.
No, I thought they teased on the flyer, whatever. Okay.
Remember,
Just
in
a
WCW, I know you
Just
don't know
a
this, but
gong.
Jester remembers.
A gong at the end of the commercial. That's it.
WCW did that with, was it Saturday Night or Thunder? They loaded it up the first couple of weeks
Oh, Thunder, and then everybody stopped.
with all the big stars.
Yeah.
And then 6 weeks in, it was jobbers. It was nobody's.
The problem is,
Because nobody had, because everybody, all the big stars had it in their contract that they had to work Nitro, but they were not contractually obligated to work Thunder. So if it's not
Yeah.
my contract,
You weren't getting
fuck it.
Sting, you weren't
I'm
getting
paid.
Goldberg.
Let's just say I'm getting paid $100,000 to work every Monday. Well, I'm still getting paid $100,000, but now you want me to work more? No, fuck you. Still not pay me that money unless you're going to add to that money. I'm not working.
And they weren't.
Yeah, exactly.
the problem is
You
you
were
have
getting main events of like Bill DeMott.
you have Mello and Braun, who are the stars of NXT. Right? You have these.
I'm sorry. I'm really into, and they only did a little bit with her, but that Thea Hale, holy shit,
They
that
have these-
character is intriguing. What they're doing with her, and maybe it's because I'm actually dealing with one, but the angsty teen, hates everything that the father figure Chase is doing. But I just don't know where it goes because there's no other females in the team. Unless they're going to have 2 women versus 2 men, which I don't see WWE doing, I don't know how they can have a payoff to this.
What I'm worried about is you have these legends and these veterans here, right? Sort of passing the torch. If it's their call ups, let's say. If Braun and Mello get called up, who the hell do you have on NXT to? You have Baron, but again, that's a.
Yeah, but that's a comeback down. Well,
It's the same thing that happened when they got away from Black and Gold. They went to 2.0, brand new people. Nobody cared.
it looks like Dijakovac could be something in NXT. I don't think they're
I forgot he was even still there or went back down there.
Yeah. You're also making way for Pillman or
Who
whatever.
is changing his name?
That haircut.
No one responded to that text, by the way.
Because I didn't know what you were talking about at the time. I know nothing.
So Pillman is that. Did you see his facial hair?
Lexi.
Facial hair and
It looked like he
underneath.
painted it.
It's like underneath.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
like,
he showed up?
Yeah.
he showed
No,
his
he
face.
didn't. No.
He actually cut a vignette
So,
saying
yeah.
that everywhere I go, everybody says how much they loved my dad and how great he was. You know who he wasn't great to? Me. I didn't know him, so I'm destroying that
I'm
name.
nobody's
he
junior.
He died however many years ago, and. Tonight I bury his name.
He said, "I'm nobody's junior,
Yeah, nobody's
and
junior.
I'm taking the last name of
of
the
the
one
person
who raised me."
actually raised me, and the King.
So,
That's all he said.
So his name going around, his name is going to be Lexus King
Honestly, that
because-
sounds like it should be Jade.
because
Like Lexus is like a high class car. Lexus Jade. I'm sorry, Lexus King sounds like Lexus Jade would be good. Lexus King sounds like what they would call Jade
so
Cargill.
King was the last name of one of his family members,
His mom,
and then Lexus is for Alexis, which is his sister.
who passed away.
So Lexus
And his mom,
King.
who also passed away.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm digging it now.
I
didn't know.
I
Like
don't
Curtis
know.
Axel,
I
he
didn't
is
know any of this.
combined.
Yeah.
Like I get it, but like I don't know. You do all that Pillman stuff.
But that's the whole
If
thing.
he's a heel, yeah,
But
I
that's
get
what
it,
he's saying.
yeah.
He's coming in as a heel, and he's saying he's relinquishing it.
McGillicuddy
He
did the
doesn't-
same thing. Yeah.
He doesn't want to be known for his father. He's paving his own legacy.
he just didn't look good.
He looks fucking weird.
He-
But we'll see.
It was his beard was painted.
Even Amber was like, I cannot look past his beard.
Like worse than
And I was like,
Hogan.
well, look at his hair. What's going on with the hair? It's like painted in. I thought he was going to take off and it was going to be like a gold dust wig. And he was going to have like short hair. And
So they have the
Worse-
curly
worse-
blonde.
no, he does. but
It's not a mullet.
It's weird. I'll have to find a picture. and
It's
show you.
worse than Hogan when he dyed his beard.
Hogan spray painted his beard.
This looks like it was spray painted.
Oh, jeez.
Like no facial hair, just paint.
So either way, we haven't even talked about AEW yet. AEW opened. Well, apparently it opened with Christian, but I missed that.
Yeah. So Christian, it was just on TV.
So my thought was if they open with, I was either going to go with they're going to open with Dom with the North American, or they're going to open with
of
a hot match like Braun and Mello were going to open it. And I was like, okay, well, if they open with that, I want to see it. But then when they opened with Cody, that's when I switched. And then I missed Christian.
Yeah, he was just
I
on
didn't even
TV.
know Swerve and Bryan was a fucking match they announced.
Yeah.
But AEW opened with Swerve and Bryan. Holy fuck, the chain wrestling for 5 minutes was incredible.
5 minutes into the match, we got this is awesome chance.
It was 5 seconds in the fucking match.
Because the fans know.
Once I saw that was it, so I switched back to NXT just to see what was going to happen because I timed out the entrances. I was like, okay, Bryan's coming out. Don't know who's wrestling. I'm going to switch back. In like a minute, I'm going to switch back and see who he's wrestling. Switched back. It was Swerve. I was like, all right, 30 seconds. Swerve's going to be in the ring. Let me switch back. Let me see what they're doing with NXT. Still doing Dusty, thank you, Dusty. Jerk me off. So
That's Cody's dad, you know.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, fuck this. I'm watching. He's going to do this for 30 minutes. That's going to be the whole commercial free thing. Fuck this. I'm going to Bryan and Swerve. And then I watched Bryan and Swerve, and it's fucking amazing.
Bryan and Swerve commercial free. Fucking.
Yeah. Perfect.
That's how you do it.
I'm
That's
sure it
how
was
you
a
do
great
it.
match.
Perfect.
AEW had great
Bryan went
wrestling.
over.
Yes.
Bryan faces Christian.
But it wasn't entirely clean.
No.
The only reason it wasn't clean, it's not like Bryan cheated, but Swerve was going to use the crown, Nana's crown, and Hangman came through the crowd and took it out of his hand. So when he was distracted, I think Bryan hit a psycho knee, and then he rolled him up. So that was the finish. So it wasn't clean, but it also wasn't like he cheated.
I don't know how I feel about Swerve and Hangman.
I hate it. Fucking stupid. If anything, it's going to make Hangman maybe a little better, but Swerve's the fucking superior athlete there.
We'll get more onto that later.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't see the Hangman match. So I assume he came out during that. Because I thought, once I saw that, I was like, well, isn't Hangman wrestling somebody later? So he's going to come out.
Nana came out.
Okay, I don't know.
Did the
Who
same
did,
thing.
who did he wrestle?
Hangman and Jay.
Oh, yeah. I saw the entrance. I saw Jay's entrance, and then I saw the post-match, which we will talk about because I'm not super happy about that. One of my favorite wrestlers doing something I don't like. But we'll talk about that later.
Oh, okay. So Jay White apparently is the unofficial
World champion. That's not what I'm talking about, though.
No, I know.
So yeah, we already talked about, and then so NXT did go into a good match. Roxanne Perez and Asuka. When I finally switched back, when Swerve and Bryan were done, I switched back and I saw Asuka, and I was like, oh damn, I missed most of the match though.
Roxanne is good.
Asuka's amazing. I don't care. I'm sorry. I know you guys don't really care for her.
No, I like Asuka.
I don't.
I like her as a worker.
I think she's actually. Well, I mean, there's not much character development there.
Yeah, they don't do it. I mean, but
But I think she does really well. I was surprised that she went over.
yeah, you would think the veteran would be there to get the young guys over, young girls over.
Yeah, I mean, she did do she bowed to her and showed a sign of respect. So there was that. Also, Asuka's not wearing shorts anymore. Yeah, I liked her gear. It was like suede or velvet or something. It's pretty cool.
Tights.
So it was just a just because match. There's no.
Yeah, no feud really. Just Asuka's gonna be on, and this is who she's wrestling. It was good. I liked it.
Fuse.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good match though. Well, there was nothing going on with Bryan and Swerve. It's just a match.
I just didn't know if Nana's crew and Blackpool had a thing going.
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
No, it's Swerve and Hangman.
Yeah, Swerve and Hangman is the thing.
Bryan is. So since Bryan won, he faces Christian at Collision this weekend.
So what was after on AEW?
What do we count in the pre-show
Oh yeah, they had a buy-in.
What?
Yeah.
on YouTube?
Last night?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was on it? I did not. I would
What
have
is it?
watched that.
What was it?
Yeah, well, this is an audio platform, buddy. You might want to.
Ring of Honor World
Oh,
and New
Kingston
Japan Pro Wrestling Strong Open Weight title. That's a mouthful.
I knew that was a match, but I didn't.
Eddie
think it was
Kingston
crucial.
versus Minoru Suzuki.
Minoru.
Minoru. I didn't know Eddie had 2 belts.
Yeah, he beat Claudio.
Eddie 2 belts instead of Becky 2 belts.
That
beat
was at
Claudio.
7.
Yeah, he's ROH champion and
New Japan Strong.
Yeah.
Open weight. Damn, she can't
Come on, give me just release Karrion. Karrion
That was
versus
at
Eddie Kingston for the New
7:30.
Japan Strong title. Come on, just release that motherfucker.
Eddie won.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not dropping that.
Was that the only match on the
Suzuki,
buy-in?
who's in the States for one night.
Yeah, because then the next thing listed here is Danielson versus Swerve.
Okay. So it was just one match. I did not know about that at all.
Now you got Justin a little upset.
I didn't
sorry,
even see.
you guys know more about this than
honestly
I do,
did
so-
not see that
So
advertised.
what was next?
But well, since when is there a fucking buy-in for a weekly television?
Oh no!
Title Tuesday, man.
Then
Yeah, what the fuck?
Jericho
Well, they don't-
versus Hobbs.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
switch that off.
So
I figured you would.
Hobbs.
I heard fucking Judas and I switched.
Click. NXT it is.
So
It was on commercial and I still switched and stayed on NXT.
Hobbs is a
Shame we could get picture of both shows. Like they, you know.
So there's
There
a
is
couple
a
people
way.
in groups that one watches it on the app on their laptop and one watches on
I
the.
feel like there probably is a way to do that, but I don't know.
So TNT app or TBS app, I don't know which one it is.
TNT.
You can watch Dynamite live.
Yeah.
So it'll be TBS.
Okay.
So you can. So if you have that on like a device of some sort, you can watch that and then
But
have on
I-
your TV.
I feel like there's some TVs where you can do picture in picture though. Two different apps.
And I also could have done that. Actually, I could have actually. I didn't even think about this, but I could have. I have the Xfinity app on my phone, plus on my TV, so I could have had one on my phone and one on the TV. I wasn't smart enough
So-
last night, I guess.
Hobbs is a Don Callis guy now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Didn't know that. Don't care.
So Jericho's the face.
I could do Hobbs. Oh yeah, Jericho's face. Yeah, he turned face.
Him and Kenny are not a team.
Well,
but
he didn't
they're-
turn face as much as Guevara turned heel when he kicked him Jericho style.
Remember Jericho and Shawn at WrestleMania
Yeah,
19.
they did the Et tu Brute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So enemy my enemy kind of thing. 'Cause I know Kenny's fighting Don Callis.
Yeah, but then
So Jericho's sort of like, we don't-
Guevara joined Don Callis, so now the Canadians are versus
So
the other Canadian. Don
so Jericho and
Callis.
Omega, like we're not friends, but
well,
let's fight against these guys we both
so
don't like.
the media scrum after the pay-per-view, Jericho and Kenny were there, and they pulled the curtain back a little bit. They said, "Look, initially we didn't know if we wanted to make this a thing, but we enjoy it, and you know, from Kenny's point of view, Jericho was one of the favorites. You know, Canada,
Of course,
whatever.
Canadians love each other.
kind of
They
like
think- they think Bret Hart's like something special.
Kind of like a dream thing for Kenny and
is.
Jericho.
He's not.
So they're not a team, but they're working. You know, hey, it's cool to team together.
Yeah, they're both feuding with guys on Don Callis' team. But now who's going to be a third? Now that Hobbs is there.
Yeah,
So Don Callis has what? Sammy, Hobbs, and who else?
Takeshita.
Takeshi.
Oh, that's right.
That was the original. With that boring ass music.
Yeah.
So on NXT though, during this, it started fuck Jericho and Hobbs. I don't even know who won. Don't care.
Hobbs.
It says it was a squash.
Hobbs squashed.
Jericho's according to
I would
this.
have actually liked to see that.
It said it was trying to reheat Hobbs after like
Yeah.
his last few months of him jobbing out.
Yeah,
Well-
that whole like I'm from the streets thing was stupid. Yeah, 1999 called. Not all black people have to be from the streets. What do they think this is, Vince McMahon?
No, he'd be in a group with all the other blacks.
Spoiler alert, that's not the only squash on that card.
Oh yeah. Anyway, yeah, AEW is like, yeah, we got a Japanese guy, a Spanish dude, and a black guy. We'll put them together. Vince McMahon goes, "What the fuck are you guys doing?
What's going on over there?
They all need to be in separate groups and feuding with each other. We need 3 Japanese guys, 3 Spanish guys, and 3 black guys. And they need to feud together."
And none of them speak English.
Wait, why would the black guys not speak English?
I don't know. It's Vince McMahon's world.
Kofi had a Jamaican accent.
That's true.
That's true. Did you used to have a Jamaican accent?
although-
so actually, on NXT, no, shut up. No more Kofi Kingston. shit.
No, in TNA, Booker T had an accent too for some
No,
reason.
that was just him having fun. Booker T got to have fun. He was Black Snow.
weird.
G.I. Bro.
No, Black Snow. Do you remember? So there was an episode. I can pull it up. OSW just did this. Shout out to OSW Review. Black Snow. It's Booker T and it's Booker T and Kevin Nash, but Main Event Mafia takes over Impact for the night, and the commentators are Chet Lemon, which is Kevin Nash, and Booker T is Black Snow. And Booker T has a match, and he gets up from the commentator.
Oh, is that when he commentates his match?
He does. Well, eventually he commentates his
Okay.
own match in the ring.
He has a
But
microphone.
He gets up from the commentator's booth and walks into the ring, and Chet Lemon, who is Kevin Nash, goes, "Oh my God, Booker T's here. We haven't seen him all night." And yeah, so later on in the night, the Main Event Mafia do a beatdown. They run into the ring. Booker T keeps a microphone, a live arena mic in his hand. Booker T with a stop. Oh, Booker T with a stop. Oh, he's coming down.
I remember.
He's doing the whole fucking commentary while he's beating down these people.
Yeah, I remember that.
Booker T is gold. He really is. He got to have fun. So that stupid accent, I think it was more of it wasn't like a black thing. It was like a king thing. Like, it was like the Booker.
Okay.
You're a peasant. You're my servant.
Yeah.
But NXT had a pub match, a pub brawl, which is actually pretty cool. The Coffee Brothers, holy shit, those dudes are jacked.
We saw them on AEW before, didn't we?
No, they've been in NXT. They were in NXT UK.
That's what.
Before that
maybe
folded,
maybe
yeah.
that's what
Yeah.
it was. Okay.
So it was them.
And they're legit brothers, not
Yeah,
wrestling brothers.
it was them and Wolfgang versus Holiday,
Rich Holland, Pete Dunne,
and Tyler Bate.
Butch, and then Tyler Bate. Yeah.
No, I think they say Pete Dunne.
Oh, is he Pete Dunne again?
In NXT, he's Pete Dunne. I'm not making this up. Either they fuck up and they call him Pete Dunne, or he's like.
But on
in
SmackDown,
NXT,
he's Butch?
He's Pete Dunne. Yeah, on SmackDown, he's
Was he like
Butch.
two gimmicks?
Rich Holiday is still Rich Holiday no matter where he goes.
Butch is stupid.
It's like Pete Dunne, Butch, Pete Dunne or something. I don't think they're calling him. They might have slipped and said Butch, but I don't know. I think they called him Pete Dunne like the whole
Pete
match.
Dunne and then Butch in quotes.
Yeah. So that was actually pretty cool. A lot of gaga, it was a street fight type shit. It was fun. It was, They did a spot where they put a dude in a trash can and Tyler Bate rolled a bowling ball at him.
Which probably doesn't do a thing.
Not at all.
Hurts the trash can, but it's
Yeah. But then Ridge Holiday, Mr. fucking break people's necks, jumped into the guy, and that actually looked painful.
Rich Holland is
Yeah.
known for injuring people.
Well, Ridge Holiday is
Big
the
E
guy who
hasn't
took out
back yet.
Big Lee, and he's still not here.
He's still not back.
That's over a year.
Yeah.
A year and a half, probably.
He
at
may
this
not
point.
come back, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you never know.
It was a fun match. It was. It's
is what it is.
unfortunately, it's not what you want to see out of Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate because you want to see their technical prowess.
And
because that's what they
we've
do
seen
great.
them work against each other
Yeah,
before.
but it was fun. It was cool. They did a thing where they had a dartboard and Pete Dunne put
No,
a
Sheamus.
dart into somebody's.
Sheamus is hurt.
Oh,
Yeah, and also Sheamus, like, he's not going to do it in NXT. But he tweeted out, like,
Neither did
banger, banger after banger. Or something.
Oh,
They
yeah.
keep saying bangers. I don't fucking
Banger Bros.
But it's all, I realized,
Until somebody showed what the Vince went, here's what that means. And he went, oh.
I realized there's not a ton of American wrestlers on NXT.
Well, no, because NXT UK
Yeah.
is no longer
Like,
a
that
thing.
whole
and then-
match was all
British guys
British
versus.
versus Scottish. I think Gallius is Scottish.
Are they? Yeah.
I think. Dragunov, obviously.
Braun Breaker's American.
Yeah.
And Carmelo, that's it.
Although Braun talks like he's Canadian for some reason.
No,
They're from
Braun
Michigan.
talks like, well, that's pretty close to Canada.
That's true.
But
That's true.
he talks like Scott. I know he's Rick's kid. I know for a fact he's Rick's kid, but he talks like Scott. He looks like Scott. He talks like Scott.
Just give him a math problem.
No,
You'll know whose
come
kid
on.
it is. 33 to third chance.
Scott's had other terrible promos besides that.
I know,
It's
that's
not
his most
just
famous.
that. He's had other bad ones.
Braun actually did that.
He sort of did it.
No.
So what did AEW have next after Hobbs and Jericho shit up the place?
By the way, AEW coming to Philly again in October. We
Yeah.
are in October. October, probably next week, actually.
Next was Orange versus Phoenix
Oh, I watched this
for the
It
international.
was actually pretty fast. It
So-
was not a long match.
Yeah, I
Does
think-
it give you a time? It couldn't be more than
Phoenix
10
was
minutes.
actually hurt, I think.
I don't think so. They keep
He got
playing
injured,
up this.
though.
It
they
said
keep-
Mox was not medically cleared to wrestle.
Yes, they came out and said he wasn't medically cleared. I
Well,
think
is
yeah,
that still from that drop?
yeah.
That's a real thing? or-
Concussion? Yeah.
Yeah, that's why he was on commentary at Dream.
He got in trouble.
Wrestle Dream. Yeah. Oh, fuck it.
So did you see where he pulled his mic down during the Bryan match or Yuta
No.
match, whatever? So during Yuta's match, he said shit on commentary, and I guess Tony was like, "Don't do that. No, it's pay-per-view, but don't do that."
Pay-per-view. Fuck it.
And then during the Bryan match, he swore again, but he pulled his mic, and you could still hear him. He said, "Work that shit" or something like that. I'm like, Mox, that didn't.
Whatever.
But yeah, so Phoenix and Orange Cassidy came out with the backpack, empty. Mm-hmm. But
I really thought they went to the outside, and I was like, I know Danhausen just posted a video. Could this be it? Could Danhausen come back, but this time maybe be heel and feud with Orange? That'd be better. I think that'd be really cool. And then they were all like hugging at the bottom of the ramp, and I was like, oh, why are they still there? Is this going to be a very nice victory and then a very evil victory? Nope, nothing. I was like, God damn, this is where you bring him back. Come on.
I don't know. I think Phoenix might have been because he had his arm taped still.
It's all fucking work.
How many times has Phoenix been hurt though?
It's all at work. Benoit's still alive. Everything's work.
Orange Cassidy new All Atlantic Triple Crown. I don't know fucking title.
International champion.
Yeah.
So 2-time, right? He had it before.
Yes.
Two-time.
And he should have still had it, but
I think that's what happened. They pretty much went, well, we were giving it to Mox for some kind of storyline. He got hurt. He
deserves a vacation.
We called the audible and put it on Phoenix for the match. Now we got to get it off him because we have other plans probably for Ray. So let's put it back on Orange and we'll figure it out later.
yeah.
This says here that Ray Phoenix is injured.
It's all fucking work. Everything's a work. I don't believe it.
But that Mox thing actually is.
I don't believe anything in life anymore.
That drop when Justin and I saw it, we were.
Oh yeah, that was
both
shoot.
like, oh,
Yeah,
fuck.
he was fucked up. No, it wasn't the drop. I don't think it was a drop. I think it was the fucking plancha to the outside.
Oh, they said it might have been the outside.
I think it was the plancha to the outside.
that drop rocked him though.
I don't know. That looked pretty safe.
So NXT.
NXT had John Cena just talking. Yeah, no.
Another promo thing.
Yeah, no. So John Cena was on twice.
John Cena was the first time Braun.
Yes.
So the first time Cena was out, hey, we're glad to be in NXT. Mello called me up. I'm sure he did.
Cena probably went, who the hell is this?
And then Braun
You
came
don't drive
out.
a Honda.
Braun came out, said, shut up, old man, or
I'm
whatever.
the only badass that is badass. I'm a badass. I wonder what's going to happen at the end of the show.
Braun punched Cena, went for an AA, didn't hit it, whatever.
Went for a spear, moved out of the way, grabbed him for the AA. Braun leaves.
So then what was the second time Cena? Or was that
The second time is Cena actually coming out for the match later.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Cena came out to do a promo first and then went back.
Not like he had to change into ring gear or anything.
He showed up in ring gear.
Yeah. I'm sure that felt weird to Cena doing a show in front of 100 people.
No, there's more than that.
Think you knew where NXT
Amber
was?
did make a comment. She was like, this isn't like a regular show, right? I was like, no, it is. It's at a performance center. They don't travel. It's at a set location, smaller location. She was like, because there's like nobody there. I was like, yeah, no, it's packed. It's as many people as
It's just like 500 people.
yeah.
That's
It's probably like 2,500
compared to like 10,000.
Who's 10,000? It ain't AEW. They got a whole ass hard cam. Hard cam. Look at that hard cam. Shut the fuck up. I hate the internet. I hate Reddit. I hate Instagram.
But
I hate
SmackDown
everything.
was the same thing. Nobody said
I
anything
don't
about
give a
SmackDown.
fuck about any of this. It doesn't matter. It doesn't change the product in the ring.
No.
That's what I'm watching.
yeah.
That's what I care about. I don't care that there's no fucking fans.
Why would you want anybody around
Those guys
the
are
camera?
wrestling their
Don't get it.
asses off, whether it's
But-
5 people or 5 million.
but-
What does it matter?
Put it in their perspective, right? You have a camera there for TV, right? Why would you want anybody near that? Messing with it, throwing shit, I get it. Why, there's dickheads like that.
Yeah, I don't know. So on NXT, we had the next after all the God, because there is a lot of God, but
yeah,
the
there
wrestling's good. We get Dom. and Dragunov for the NXT title. And I was pulling for Dom Dom. I wanted him to walk away.
Dom
Dom
is
Dom
good.
2 belts, baby.
He dropped by
Dom is
himself
good.
or just
was
mommy?
Rhea.
Of course
It was
not.
Not in the rest of Judgment Day, just mommy.
Yeah.
No Finn, no Damien. Okay.
Look,
Rhea
Dom Dom is a
controls Dom.
sensitive person. He can't be out there by himself. He needs at least a little helping hand.
When he was by himself, he lost the belt.
Shut the fuck up. That was Damian Priest's fault.
But yeah, Rhea. There was also what's a Trick came out.
Well, because JD and Prince. Sorry, there was a guy who had a fucking Bullet Club shirt right at the entranceway. It said Prince, Carl, Tama, Fale.
Oh.
And so then he came out, and I said to Amber, "Oh, Prince is out." And I'm like, I mean Finn, sorry. And also in my wrestling game right now, I have Prince Devitt. So I'm like back in 2010. So I'm like, Prince Devitt is on my mind. I forget that he's Finn Balor right now. But Finn Balor came out, and then JD McDonough came out. And then Rhea came, and then Trick grabbed her off or something.
Yeah.
And that's what caused Dom Dom to lose. Really, it was Trick's fault.
Was it a good match?
Yeah, it was good. I liked it.
Dom is good.
Dom's good, man. I like it. I really like it.
And I think all of us were pretty much like, I don't know, him and Ray.
Him as
why
a
did he go
face
on the
was
main
fucking
roster?
terrible.
Yeah.
What? His first big match was versus Seth at Mania, and he was ready.
No,
for
no,
that.
not Mania.
SummerSlam, yeah.
But he wasn't ready
He
for
didn't get
that.
Mania. His Mania was with Ray, I think. Did he have two matches, tag matches then? Yeah, it was with
So
Ray.
he had a tag with Ray, and then the next year he faced Ray.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you can't start out with
Dom-
Seth as your first big
Dom
match.
got
You're not
better.
ready for that.
Dom's good.
Well, AEW had apparently Wardlow
Yeah, that's the other
murdered
squash.
Matt Sydal.
Yeah.
Matt Sydal? He still works there? Holy shit.
Formerly known as Evan Bourne.
He wrestled last night?
guess-
I mean, well.
There's no pictures. Apparently Wardlow killed him.
He didn't wrestle. He was there in ring gear. So, yeah, they're trying to build Wardlow back up.
It said Wardlow's wrist tape had MJF on it.
Yeah.
No,
They're not
don't
going that
do
way
that.
again.
Please, God, no.
They're going backwards.
You can't.
Wardlow
Maybe
did-
one match. Give him one fucking match. One match. That's
I
it.
mean, don't put him back with MJF
Like, hey,
as his
I
heavy.
fucking squashed you and you ran away with your tail between your legs crying. You owe me one match. That's it. Don't do a fucking feud. He can't do it. He's not there.
Don't put him back to working with him again, like as his heavy.
Just one. No. I think what they would be doing is like that's what he's after. He's after MJF, which in reality everybody should
The
be gunning
title.
for number one.
Yeah.
And he could say that, look, I beat you before you were the champ.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. Don't even do it. Do it on one of your special dynamites. Don't waste fucking Full Gear on it. Well, Full Gear's already booked, right? It's
Yeah.
Jay White. Okay.
So, spoiler alert. Yeah, we'll get
Fuck.
to that.
It's Jay White and MJF. We have a show that night. All right.
So, Full Gear is the same night as AXW in November.
One of my favorites is wrestling in the main event for the title. Okay.
So, yeah.
Well, Jared and I
Wardlow-
can run a table if you want.
Wardlow, they're trying to build him back up. He's been gone for a little bit. He was kind of just not doing anything.
Was Matt Sydal like just wandering through the
he just
building?
happened to be there. Who's already here?
Is Tony Khan like, let's see, Wardlow needs to squash somebody. Holy shit, Matt Sydal, you still here? Get out there.
Yeah.
It was pretty much bell rings, powerbomb.
Which is exactly how he beat MJF. So, okay. Whatever. I get it. Was that at Full Gear? Was that match at Full Gear?
Him and MJF. Mm-hmm. I don't remember.
Oh, it ended by a referee stoppage, so he didn't even pin him.
Yeah.
He didn't even pin him. He just said, all right,
He killed.
chill.
Yeah,
Look, he only wrestles once a year. I take it easy on the guy.
yeah. Why not put like Brandon Color or some shit?
So, on NXT, after the match, Baron Corbin comes out saying, like, the last person that pinned you, blah, 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 I should deserve a title shot. And then Dijakovic came out and he attacked Dragunov. So now what we have is a triple threat match
Which Cody made.
Cody made for next week because he's the GM this week. Makes fucking sense. It's Corbin, and Dijakovic, and the winner of Braun and Carmelo Hayes. And the winner of that match gets a shot at Dragunov.
Corbin was telling Cody that he owes Corbin because
He attacked him?
Yeah.
I don't remember. What is that? I assume that was like on Raw or something.
yeah, I have no idea.
No idea.
And
Don't watch the product on Raw or SmackDown
And
enough.
then Cody made the match. You know what? You
Good thing we
deserve,
don't have a wrestling podcast or anything.
Yeah.
you deserve a title shot if you win the triple threat match. And,
Yeah.
that should be a good match, actually.
Nah.
Dragunov and Dijakovic. How would you? Their names aren't going to fit on the screen.
I know. That's actually why I take such pause when I say Dijakovic, because I keep wanting to say Dragunov.
Just say Dijak. He was Dijak in PWG.
What was his name when he was Retribution with a stupid mask?
Slapjack? No, Slapjack was
Shane
Shane
Thorne.
Thorne. I don't remember who he was. Retribution? No, that was the whole name.
Yeah.
Mace, T-Bar.
T-Bar.
Oh,
he was T-Bar.
Jesus
Sure.
Christ.
So I guess next on AEW was Hangman Page versus Jay White.
Yeah.
All right, so the match,
Hangman have?
the match was whatever. He's trios.
His trio, six-man title.
Okay.
With the
I
Bucks.
just see him with the belt on the picture.
Yeah,
here.
Yeah, Hangman and the
Hung
Bucks.
Bucks.
Oh, the Hung Bucks.
Hung Bucks. You don't watch this BTE, but
Man, that one time they showed the shirt, I was like, please put that on.
Yeah.
Please, I will buy it. But yeah, Hangman and Jay White was,
I didn't watch the match, but I did see the post match.
yeah.
I
So
would think you would. You like Jay White.
I don't like Hangman more than I like Jay White.
The guy
earlier,
said is my son grown up.
My biggest Hangman moment was when we were in Philly and he came out and
Won
then
the
after
ladder
that-
match,
Yeah, and after that I was just like, I don't get it. He's boring.
earlier in the night, Hangman cost Swerve the match.
Hmm.
So during this match, Prince Nana came out and cost Hangman the match.
So Jay
Swerve and
White
Hangman.
stole MJF's belt.
Somehow,
Yeah, I don't know when.
because that group beat up Jay White.
Would MJF take a nap or something?
So
no.
remember when I said there was a group
Yeah, and
And-
one of them was in a devil mask.
that one in the devil mask was Jack Perry.
Yes.
So Jack Perry and MJF apparently have something going on. Somewhere along those lines,
How do you know that?
Perry came out face to face with MJF
Oh,
the week after.
so Perry's on TV again?
Yeah.
I missed that.
Somewhere along the lines, Jay White got MJF's title, like stole it, and he's been walking around wearing it. I don't know how
And so
that
they did
happened.
a whole promo battle really about you have to earn that title and you've earned your way in all other companies. I don't know why you're acting like this. You can earn it in the future, but not right now. But let's address what was said at the end.
So yeah, what was with the?
Yeah, so right now it is a very tumultuous time in Jewish culture with Israel. We're not going to get into it, but there's a lot going on in the world,
That makes sense now.
and there's a lot of Jewish hate still in the world, which it baffles me. It really does. I didn't think
There's
this
a
was
lot
still
of
a thing.
A lot of Jewish jokes still being made, and
It's just I want to say this. I don't know the best way to put this, but I get why we had to have commercials on TV and things like that for Asian hate during COVID, because everybody somehow thought that all Asians were responsible for COVID killing everybody. That doesn't make sense, but it at least makes sense of why we need to promote stop doing this. Why in 2023 we have Jewish hate still happening in the world. I mean, why we have hate in general for anybody's ethnicity or religious beliefs or skin color in general is fucking beyond me. But right now in the world with what is happening in Israel, to come out and make jokes about picking up quarters for the Jewish boy, no fucking go. That pissed me off.
that was juice.
It was juice, and I don't fucking like it.
Do you think he got permission?
I would hope so. I would hope him and MJF went through this and did it. But even still, I don't care if you have permission. There is shit happening beyond wrestling in the world, in Israel, that is not okay
That
to
makes
make
sense
that
now.
joke.
Because I was confused about that at first. But
Oh, I wasn't confused. I got it right away. When he pulled out the quarters, I knew exactly where that was going. And I couldn't believe it. It fucking baffled me that they let that on TV. And there's already hate coming back. There's already been a thing. MJF is speaking at like this Jewish convention. I don't know the word. I know that's not the proper word.
it's not synagogue, is it?
No, it's not. No, but like a get together.
Okay.
It's like a convention is not the right word, but it's I'm at a loss for words, so that's the word I'm going to use. But Jesus Christ, I couldn't fucking believe it that was said on TV.
If anything, this, in the wrestling point of view, this might help the case of
there's
if Adam Cole does turn on MJF, this would help.
They specifically didn't show the Undertaker being taken by the Muslim extremists after the fucking train bombing or whatever. Remember that?
Yeah. Hassan.
Because they were smart to go, oh shit, this is not the time to do this.
And they just killed Muhammad Hassan off TV.
Yeah. Which is not 9/11. A lot of people get that wrong. A lot of people think Muhammad Hassan loses traction from 9/11. It was way after that.
That was like 2004, 2005.
It was a Muslim train bombing, from what I believe. But yeah, they were at least smart enough to not go, oh, we're not going to show that. Doing that, especially this fucking week, with shit going on in the world, that was it has a lot of backlash already. I saw it on Twitter. I'm sure more is to come. Yeah, sometimes wrestling's not that big. These are real world problems that hundreds, if not thousands, are dying from this. Not cool to do Jewish hate right now. And
I'm not taking anything away from that, but there's still that Ukraine thing going on too. So like, eventually, I don't want to talk about war, but eventually, the United States is going to be, kind of just thin, one or the other. Like, might lead to World War, but but yes, now I understand that. I was like, why the hell is there the quarters? That makes sense. Juice Robinson.
Now, I will say he specifically saved it by saying, what I do with quarters is knock people out. So, as in, I'm going to put them in my hand and punch you with them. But the whole point was because of MJF being Jewish, the Jew boy, pick up the quarters Jew boy, and that's just not cool. It's just not. So
in the wrestling world, I can see it helping.
I really couldn't believe that.
I can see it helping MJF stay a major babyface if Cole turns on him, because poor MJF, but bad timing. Like if it, was that? Oh no, there was still more for.
Next was AEW Women's Championship.
Yeah.
Akira Shida versus Saraya. Or Saraya, however you say it.
Yeah, this belt is becoming a very flip-floppy belt.
Yeah.
Because now Shida's champion again.
Again?
Yeah, she beat Saraya.
Didn't she just... Saraya did win it like 2 weeks ago?
August? Toni Storm came out, didn't she?
Oh, we didn't even talk about that.
Toni Storm is the best
Storm's
thing right now,
fucking silent...
Timeless Toni Storm.
Okay, so when you go picture-in-picture, what's the best thing you can do when there's commercials playing is put on this delusional woman who wants to be from the 20s when there's silent fucking movies, doing a silent movie of her own during the picture-in-picture. AEW, fucking perfection. She did 2 of them.
Oh.
I forget what they were called. They call something tumultuous.
Her whole thing
Lament. Tony's Lament, I think is what they called it.
Yeah.
Or Lovers Lament.
Her whole thing is timeless Toni.
Oh my god, it was so fucking perfect.
This Toni Storm, by the way.
That's how you do it. That's what you put on during a silent picture-in-picture where you can't hear anything on AEW TV. You waste. Okay, we're gonna give you picture-in-picture. Okay, we'll waste their fucking commercials. People are gonna. That's. It's hard to watch wrestling without commentary. That was funny as shit to watch. She's just doing stupid shit. You got to go back and watch it. I'm sure it's on somewhere. You got to go back and watch it.
It says Tony Stark introduced her first film, a silent one entitled Lover's Lament.
Lover's Lament, yes.
It aired during the picture-in-picture commercial break because even on a show where the first 40 minutes were uninterrupted, the women's division is a secondary concern.
No, but this no.
Tony is good.
What
Bleacher
website is
Report?
that? That's Bleacher?
Yeah.
Come on. No, that
Tony
was
is
funny. That was good.
So we were all like, "Where does this go from
she's
here
not
with the
in that
Outcasts?"
group anymore?
No, I don't
No,
think
she-
so.
no.
With
she-
eight,
No.
Ruby Riot.
That ended at the pay per view.
Yeah.
because that triple threat at Wembley.
Yeah.
she completely changed her character. Is that not a badass
So
anymore?
She's Marilyn Monroe.
were
That's
all-
the idea.
Yeah.
She's not Marilyn Monroe, but that's the idea behind
We
it.
were all like, "Where's this going to go?" Now
I mean,
that
she's beautiful.
She lost her mind.
Tony
It's-
Storm is fantastic.
It's good.
She's having fun.
I like Tony Storm.
Go look it up on YouTube. I'm sure it's there.
She's having fun.
Did the other ones do different things too? Is Ruby?
No.
Ruby is still-
Saraya put her shoulders on the mat and let Hikaru Shida pin her after winning a belt like a month and a half ago. Because belts don't fucking matter in AEW.
Because Saraya realized I can't do this full time.
No, it's because they don't give a shit. They're just like, hey, we need a pop, so let's make 2 title changes. They'll
was
go,
all
well,
in.
Orange Cassidy already won, so there's no way another title change will happen. Oh, whoa.
So isn't she like a 3 or 4 time champ now?
17 at this point. I don't fucking know.
But this is like 50 women on this roster. It's the same 3 girls.
You put on a big show
Where's Nyla Rose been? Where's
in London. What better pop than to have the hometown hero win the belt after retirement?
Okay, Bret Hart sympathist. I don't think Saraya's a hometown hero. If anything, like maybe Ospreay is a hometown hero, but either way, I don't think they're.
That's why they did it.
British Bulldog was a hometown
That's
hero.
why they did it.
But it's not.
That's also
you're
why she
using the
only.
Wrong,
That's also
you're
why
using
she
the wrong term.
She
not
only
hometown
defended it
hero.
like twice afterwards.
She's not a hero.
I mean, so many women on this roster. Like, where's Statlander? Where's
She's TBS champion.
I mean, she wasn't even on the show.
But there's
was she?
3 shows.
She's a TBS champion.
There's 3 shows.
Yeah, she wrestled in Collision. She's on
Rampage
CM Punk's
Collision.
show.
We're gonna call Title Tuesday. Put your titles on.
Yeah, that was a bad name.
Joe also didn't wrestle, but they had a little vignette of him saying that he's going to wrestle on Collision.
It was a bad name for the
There
show.
are a
Title
ton of women and same
Yeah,
one.
it
all
should have
the
been
time.
every title on the line. That would have been good.
Was that
Every title on the line.
WWE that one year they had that
I don't.
Night of Champions pay per view
Yeah.
and like all the belts weren't even on. We're like, what's the point of this show then? Like,
I know it would have been a waste, and you're already leading to like. But this would have been a good match to give Wardlow and MJF on this for the title. I know you're.
But MJF doesn't have the title.
Yeah, but you could have thought of this ahead of time. You could have just not done it. Tonight could have been the night.
long term booking.
He takes the title from him when he's getting powerbomb after powerbomb after powerbomb by Wardlow.
That's because Tony Khan just reaches into his bin of action figures and pulls out 2 guys. and goes,
Oh, okay, Jim Cornette.
So NXT, the main event.
Hold on. No, not the main event. We had a
we still
fucking
have more.
stupid ass women's breakout match. The only thing cool about it was the gear. This chick had the one that won.
So Jade is not in this tournament.
No.
She showed up on NXT. Though.
Lola Vice versus Danny Palmer. Breakout. So remember, you're not going to know these people. But Lola Vice, the winner, the only reason I know that she's the winner is because that's who Lola Vice is, because she won. And she had, you remember the Dolph gear when he wore like the teal with the bright pink? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Do you remember it? I thought maybe you were a kid.
I had a shirt of that.
Yeah. Right. Those shirts.
Yeah.
Yes. I love that color scheme. And this girl was wearing it. So I was like, I love that chick's gear. So I want her to win, and she did. So
These girls are new to NXT.
this is where
they've been
hail
there,
came
just haven't-
from. No, they're all young. Yeah, they're not established. This is where Tiffany Stratton came from. Maybe if we had Wes on, we could get a little more information because he actually pays attention to this shit.
Like the
Why, they all
205.
Asian? Are they all
Every
Asians?
female I start liking, Wes is like, oh yeah, she's done this and this and this and this. I'm like, okay, I don't fucking know.
It's like the Cruiserweight Classic, where like you have all these people that WWE fans probably never heard of.
The Mae Young, yeah.
Yeah, Mae Young Classic, yes.
It is.
TNA
It-
did that thing.
It's
They
essentially
had-
a Mae Young classic, but it's
Yeah.
with people. It's a breakout.
They just don't want to call it Mae Young.
Yeah. They're not going to put Jade in there because she's already established.
And
She
they're
doesn't-
treating her like such.
Yeah, this is actually a building step for everybody.
Jade
Does the
showed
winner
up.
get anything,
Where
did they say?
Roxanne Perez came from, I think.
Does the winner get a title shot or a contract? Or are they saying anything? Or?
Look, I've watched NXT twice in like a year.
Well, I don't know if they said anything during the match or anything. If they said anything about it.
If they did, I wasn't paying attention.
So Jade showed up on TV. Showed up in like a Rolls Royce. Sean came out.
Yeah, that's it. She just showed up. And
She's been wearing some weird stuff.
it was actually kind of cool.
Did Sean see her, or is she standing like in the middle of his blind spot? You stand dead center. You can't see you. He's like over here and here.
Yeah.
They're tell you what though, Bischoff made a good point during his podcast, and he said what
You're
WWE.
listening to Bischoff now, or did you read this somewhere?
No, it was a quote from it.
Okay.
I don't listen to podcasts.
I did. I didn't finish it yet, but I watched
So
it.
he said
listened to
what WWE is doing with Cody and Jade is an example of what guys or talent such as Sammy Guevara, MJF, the bidding war, they can really take a look at this like, hey, we know you're a made star. Let's roll out the red carpet.
I think when AEW started, it was seen as now we have somewhere to go for guys like Orange Cassidy or Best Friends or Evil Uno and
Stu Grayson.
yeah, like guys like that. It's like, oh, now we have a place to go. Whereas other guys are looking at it like Jade Cargill and should be, yeah, like you said, Sammy Guevara, Brian Pillman. What? I mean,
Yeah.
it's not that. Whatever. I'm not going to get into that. But there's a lot of guys who should be looking at this as I can get there now. It doesn't have to be a personal thing. Oh, well, we're going to leave AEW for WWE. I'm trying to better my career. If I can go to there and I can go to here and I can go to there, that's great. Better yourself. And then maybe when you're done doing that, come back to us.
Like AEW already has Jericho, Mox. Like I don't think those types of people are
The
going to
machine
go
keeps
back
turning.
to WWE. Like they've been there, done that. They're having fun now. But young talent like Guevara,
Starks.
MJF, Starks is a big one that could end up there because
Couldn't see Darby Allin, though.
No.
But maybe, I wouldn't have told you. A month ago, I wouldn't have said Brian Pillman Jr. is going there. Or Jade Cargill, to be honest. So,
Or Will Ospreay.
Bischoff made a point.
that was fake.
Bischoff,
fake.
Yeah, Bischoff made a point to say
That would actually be a really big wow if he went.
Yeah, Bischoff made a point to say WWE is doing what they should be doing for eyes of the young talent in AEW, TNA, wherever. If you're already made, come here. We will roll out the red carpet for you. We will treat you.
They've done it, though. AJ.
But then you had guys like
Marcus Corvan.
Samoa Joe was in NXT. Like,
Yeah, but Samoa Joe was built for NXT. That
Karrion
version
Kross.
of NXT. If Samoa Joe would have never gone to WWE and went from TNA to, like, let's just say Japan, and then went to AEW, and now being looked at as WWE, I would hate to see him go to this version of NXT. But that version of NXT, Joe was custom made for.
yeah, yeah.
I'm glad that they're past that.
And he had a match with Brock.
But like Karrion Kross,
But the old school way, like Vince McMahon, if you came from another company, you were always
Yeah.
considered less than.
Yeah.
No matter what.
but they're
You
not
were
doing that. It's not Vince McMahon. It's Triple H.
exactly. But I'm saying the old style was if you came from somewhere else, you are nobody here. You start at the bottom.
And apparently Endeavor wants Triple H in charge.
And you'll be jobbing
Triple H will be on SmackDown also.
or you'll be
So,
like how they treated the WCW guys when they bought them out.
where are we at on AEW? Are we at the main? I did not watch the main at all. Not one bit of Edge.
So
So, yeah,
Is
Adam
it the
versus
main?
Luchasaurus. Is
Okay.
that the main?
yeah.
Okay, then.
So Christian came out with Luchasaurus.
Okay.
Christian is the TNT title champion now. He pinned Luchasaurus.
Oh, he
technically.
did?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
He fell on him. He won.
Oh.
It was a triple threat. So,
Okay.
but Luchasaurus in ring gear, ready to fight. Christian comes out. The reason I said no, whatever, we were together, but he didn't want to do it then because he was high on himself, pretty much that kind of thing. And being that Christian is the stepfather of AEW, he brought up.
How he calls himself?
He
I missed that. I
he
guess.
brought up Beth and his kids.
His kids. Perfect.
It
Hey,
says on here that Christian said, "I have a lot of fans around the world. In fact, I know your wife Beth is a huge fan."
And then he said, "My heavy hitter is going to destroy you," something along those lines. He said, "So Beth, get a clean sheet ready, and tell Lyric and Ruby, your new father will be home."
Obviously, Edge is like, yeah, fucking say it. It's gonna
But
be
I
awesome.
think Christian are best
Yeah,
friends.
But
Yeah.
Christian has been doing this father
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, but
it's good.
Edge is like, yeah, talk
They probably
about
went
it.
back and went, "Oh, that's good. Go with that." Okay.
Talk about
But
it. Yeah.
Christian, he will be
course.
the biggest dick
Yeah.
involving
Of course.
Adam. But that was.
I could see him coming out and him, obviously, Edge's kids know Christian.
Uncle Jay.
Yes.
In the press
So-
conference.
And so does Beth. I mean,
So
Beth,
like I could see him coming out and kissing Beth
Mm-hmm.
and like taking his kids literally under his arm,
Yeah.
like
Doing
I could
the,
see him
Eddie
doing
thing
all
with
of
Dom.
this shit. Yeah, I
Doing
can see
that,
them
yeah.
doing all of this. Yeah, exactly. Actually, yeah.
But at the press conference, Adam Copeland said,
I'm sure they both. I mean, we all know Edge and Eddie, but we never really had Christian and Eddie, right?
yeah.
So I'm sure they're both very fond of him. I'm sure they would love to pay an homage and do a ladder match of
and Edge and Ray were
custody of. Does Christian have actual kids? Do we
I
even
don't know.
I don't.
But at the press conference, Edge pretty much said, one of the reasons is because one of my daughters said, "Why don't you join Uncle Jay? Have fun with Uncle Jay." So they're current opening here. But
Beth is still works for WWE, right?
No,
She's still under
Legends
contract.
contract.
maybe a Legends contract.
I thought she was.
She's not signed.
No.
They were just doing. It was like Edge, where it was
She
a match.
did. She was doing
She was doing commentary in NXT,
She did
and then-
do it for a very little bit.
Okay,
and-
yeah, but she was
in the women's rumble. I know those are one-off.
When she
but-
was wrestling, she had matches. I guess but she
She still collects a paycheck because Taker says so.
I bet. Same way Hikaru Shida won another belt.
It's who you know. Or
I didn't really
Or who you
watch.
blow.
that's right.
I didn't know how the match turned out, but
Which match?
Edge and
So what does it say? Anything about it? Anything good? I didn't watch it at all.
so it's going to take me a little bit not to call him Edge. So
Yeah, Adam
They gave it
Copeland.
a B. They graded it a B.
So Carmelo Hayes and Braun Breaker
for the 10th time.
No,
They said this was the third, right?
third.
This-
This
That's
third.
the rubber.
Is that it?
Yeah,
No,
Yeah. yeah,
They're 1-1, aren't they?
yeah.
I thought they swapped belts and then
I think that's it.
I could have sworn it was more than that, but all right.
I thought this was the second time.
I thought Braun beat him, and then the second one, Melo took his belt off of him.
I don't know.
And then
Either way, it was a good match from what I saw. I did fall asleep. I will admit, I fell asleep. I woke up to the winner is Carmelo Hayes.
So during this match, Braun had on tights. It said badass, and all night he was saying he's the badass of NXT, whatever.
he said Cena came out later for his match.
Yeah, this match. Cena was in Melo's corner, and
Oh.
Heyman was in Braun's corner.
Braun's going to be a Heyman guy.
So he didn't have a match.
By the way,
Oh,
can I
yeah.
say how weird Heyman looks with white hair?
Yeah, he actually has
Please
it
dye your
gray. It's
hair.
weird.
Please
no,
dye
it's
your hair.
whatever, but it's weird. Yeah, it is. It definitely is.
I thought Cena had a match. Okay.
No, he was in Melo's corner.
Gotcha.
And
Okay.
he came out first
Of course he did.
with
you know-
his song, not just behind Melo.
Because Melo called him, and yeah,
Yeah, they're buddies.
Yeah.
there was a really cool thing that happened.
I don't know, it's really cool.
Uh,
So Melo won, but then Braun Breaker speared him at the end and said he's the badass and no other badass in the company
can be
whatever.
badass like me,
Yeah.
badass.
Yeah, he's a badass all night.
Yeah.
And then the badass hits and it's fucking Taker.
American badass.
And he comes down on the
Walks his
motorcycle.
bike.
Yeah. No, he actually kind of rides it. He doesn't do it like Corbin, where he just does trot it around.
He rode it for the 2 seconds on the ramp,
and then he looked over to Booker T and was like, gave him like a what's up. Like, I get that they would know each other, but are they like friends?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. That's odd.
Yeah.
Never hear anything about them being
Yeah,
friends.
I mean, they're
then-
both from Texas. I don't know.
So then Taker's there. Braun says, "Listen, old man, I'm the badass." Whatever. Taker grabs the
There's
mic.
always an older, bigger badass around the corner, and then
He said,
puts the microphone up here, and then he punches him. It's fucking stupid.
Braun,
choke slam?
Taker,
No,
yeah,
he did,
yeah.
yeah.
Taker said, watched you. I've liked you. There's only one problem.
Well, I've been watching you for a long time. Well, he hasn't been wrestling for that long.
Yeah.
Are you watching me as a fucking kid?
You could be the
Weirdo?
future of.
What are you, 7?
He said you got potential to be a top
Pedophile?
star or something, but he said it's not today. And that's when he did the mic punch. Braun is overselling.
Yeah, Braun sold like in No Mercy when you get a TKO and they like try to get up and they go and then they fall.
It was just a quick taker jab, like, you know.
Yeah.
And Braun was like, oh,
Like Shawn and Hogan?
yeah.
No,
not
not like that.
That was great.
But yes,
it was
he
like-
sold it like you shouldn't sell a 4,500-year-old man hitting you.
When you're young and in the prime of your life.
Exactly.
So he got
Grandpa
up-
you
hit
should have fucked him up.
He got up. Taker did the thing for a whole 2 minutes.
Oh
on
my
his
god,
neck.
yeah, I felt, yeah, I was holding him
Taker
in choke
looks
slam
out of
position
shape.
forever. Oh, God,
He looked bad.
he couldn't even like put
Going
his
up,
arms up.
Going up the steps, he looked bad.
But like even going to the ropes to put his arms up, it looked like if he stepped wrong, he was gonna fucking crumble.
Braun,
Fragile.
Braun was the reason that chokeslam looked good.
Oh my god! Oh yeah, so yeah, he sold his ass off for the punch, and then he jumped like above Taker for the choke slam. Taker probably lost him up there because he jumped so fucking high. He's like, I ain't that tall, kid. And oh yeah, Braun took that choke slam and made it look like $100. It was amazing.
Yeah, and then Taker, Mello got up and
Yeah, he shook his hand, even though he hates black people. And I said, as Mello, I would have fucking walked away.
so him and Taker and Mello were walking, whatever,
Racist piece of shit.
up the ramp. And you know how Taker does that thing where he's standing there and
And
looks
they
behind.
put the arm up.
Him and Mello both did it. And when Mello did it, he was like, oh shit, that's Taker. I'm doing this with Taker. And then they did the arm
Racist
thing.
piece of shit.
And they went to the back. But yeah.
And then Taker introduced him to his friend JBL in the back.
They did put on Instagram, I think I saw, Undertaker going into Shawn's office and shaking his hand and all that. I mean, he's white, so it's okay.
Should have punched him and straightened out his eyes.
So who
They shook hands and they went, one more time.
Oh,
One
gosh.
more time.
are we gonna see a resurgence of the Tuesday Night Wars now?
A wheelchair.
No,
match.
it's just,
No, it was
this
one
is
night,
just
yeah.
for MLB because the Phillies are on right now playing the Atlanta
No,
Braves.
they already won.
Oh, they won?
10 to 2.
Well, yeah, but you can. I mean, they don't know. The audience doesn't know what time we filmed this.
The Phillies
They
won
just
game
went with it.
3.
Yeah. God damn it.
10 to 2.
That's why they're on. That's why they're not on tonight because of the Phillies
Yeah.
I remember when Raw used to get preempted for the Westminster Doug Kennel show.
and tennis.
Yeah.
Look, regardless of
And there was a plant sale.
regardless
Some 80-year-old's birthday in West Virginia. We put that on USA.
Yeah.
regardless if you like WWE or AEW, just be glad that it's
It was
on.
a fun show. Fuck, we got a whole. I mean, where are we? Like 4
Fucking
hours.
an
in
hour
now.
and a half. But just look, it's wrestling. It's fun. Both shows put on a good show.
Like I said, I can't believe we're getting this much content out of the state of wrestling today.
When was the last time we did a review?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I honestly, it's not worth it. It's everything's worth covering.
This used to be
Like everything that happens in wrestling right now is actually worth covering. Sometimes it gets boring.
what
and
we're doing now
the
used to be
fucking-
our current events,
Yeah, we used to do like once a month, maybe.
and now it's just like
Well, the beginning was like current events and it was whatever old news. Now,
Yeah. 'cause-
wrestling is
yeah.
just great. You have
Yeah.
wrestling
We're
5
actually
days
in
a
a
week.
resurgence of what
Sorry,
great wrestling is.
you have wrestling 6 days a week.
Yeah, I think it is. Everything but Sunday, I think.
Yeah.
And then that's when pay-per-views are.
Except for Full Gear, apparently.
Yeah, full gear some Sunday.
So October 14th.
14th, this week.
This
Saturday.
weekend, this Saturday, Hamburg, Pennsylvania, AXW.
That'd be a great show.
If you're attending, bring costumes,
Costumes.
costume contest, trick or treating. We will have some mixed match of candy and maybe some gift bags. And then next weekend, October 21st, Lancaster, PA, Three Legacies Wrestling
Also costumes.
costume contest. First 100
Get a free
fans. Fans. That's what.
Yeah.
Wrestling. Yes. First 100 fans get gift tote
bags
Yeah.
from Building Character and located in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. One of my favorite stores.
Pretty cool.
That and Mad Cap.
Here's something cool, by the way. That Martyr guy. Remember, I said I have no idea who he is. He's facing Bro at Three Legacies.
Okay, cool.
That Martyr guy was Jesus' first student.
Oh, wow.
Not here, but
Very cool, though. Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Fucking cool. Check out Three Legacies.
Super Crazy's going to be there, right?
Yes.
Super crazy. Yes.
If you want to be a professional wrestler, check out Three Legacies Wrestling.
Yeah. Definitely.
Ricardo, Jesus.
Recommend that.
Great teacher. We sat in on a session, and my God, he's very technical. But he's lucha. He's everything.
Yeah.
His students, Zoe, after a year of training, had a match. That's most of the time you train
She's
a
good.
couple years.
I like her.
Just Jay, again, a year or so.
Zay.
And Zay,
Clayton.
fucking great. Great trainer. You just check out his shows too. It's always a great crowd, great show. And then coming up in November, we have November 4th is the what school is it? Not Wilson.
Conrad Weiser.
Conrad Weiser, yes.
Ace Austin is doing a charity event for the musical, so that's pretty cool. And then November 11th, AXW. November 18th, Three Legacies again, and December we have a couple as well. So. Definitely come out, support wrestling. It's a great time to be a wrestling fan. Like I said, 6 days a week, and there's always indie wrestling as well. If you want something different, a cheap night out, it can range from anywhere from $5 to $20. You don't even have to get front row. It's anywhere is a good seat. It's a great time too. Wrestling fans are just amazing. But yeah, enjoy wrestling. Take it for what it is. See you next week.
Later.
Holy fuck.